Because research has repeatedly proven that alphabet recognition and phonemic awareness are two of the best predictors of early reading success, at our library we decided to create some backpacks around each letter of the alphabet so that our patrons would have a curated set of materials that they could use to work with children to strengthen those two skills. Hi, I'm Lisa, and I am a youth services librarian with the Appalachian Regional Library System in the mountains of North Carolina, and I was the project manager for 3 years for an IMLS LSTA grant-funded initiative that we called Alphabet Ready. And the backpacks that we created were just a small part of what we did with our grant. If you'd like to know more about that grant, I will link to a video that highlights all that we did in the description below. But for the purposes of this video, I just wanted to share with you what we ended up doing for one of our branch locations that didn't have room for 26 backpacks, one for each letter of the alphabet, but still wanted to offer a curated set of materials for their patrons. So for that branch, we created 5 backpacks that spanned multiple letters. So this is the ABCDE backpack. So I just wanted to show you the contents of this backpack, why we chose some of the things in here. And again, I will link to each item in the description below if you're interested in something similar for your child or for your library. So, like I said, one of the most popular items that we've had in our backpacks are these alphabots. And there's one for each letter of the alphabet, and then they transform into little robots, and the kids absolutely love these. I'm not the best at transforming them, but there you have one of the alphabots. And then we also included in this backpack a bean bag for each of the focus letters. And, we thought children could set up their alphabots and then pick the corresponding bean bag to throw and knock their robot over. And then we also asked a lady on Etsy if she would create these seek and find bags for us. And this one is created specifically for those letters of the alphabet. So everything you're looking for begins with an A, B, C, D, or E. So those were some of the manipulatives in this backpack. We also created a tip sheet for the backpack so that parents would have some ideas of things they could do either with this material or separate. We always give them some songs to go along with the letters for that backpack, as well as a alphabetic knowledge or phonemic awareness tip, and just other ideas for how to interact with that material. And then the books themselves, we had one for each of those focus letters. So for A, we had chosen Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, which is a military alphabet. And with this book, we would just have the children try to find the letter A in the title of the book. And obviously, there's one there at the beginning, but there are others for them to find as well. So you could say, how many letter A's can you find in the title of this book? And the fact that it goes through the alphabet, it's, definitely a book that also focuses on alphabet recognition as it goes through the entire alphabet. So another book that would also deal with alphabet recognition is B is for Bulldozer, which is a construction alphabet, construction ABC. And what I love about this book is it's a cumulative story about what they're building that the children will find out at the end of that story. For the letter C, we chose Cookies, Bite-Sized Lessons. So again, you would have your child try to find the letter C in the title of that book and then enjoy it together. I love this book. Different, same. And in this, the children will be prompted to see what's different about each of the animals on any given page. So this one, I love the vocabulary that this book introduces as well. I'm leathery. I'm shiny. I'm shaggy. I'm lean. So that it appears that these animals have nothing in common. They are all different. But then it says, but look closer now. We all have horns. So I love this book because children will have to think about what is the similar thing between all the items on that page. And that's a great visual discrimination as well as, a logical thinking. But the visual discrimination plays a huge role as they are working on alphabet recognition and being able to see the difference between a lowercase letter R or a lowercase letter N or H, and seeing just those small differences. This is a book that would help with that skill in a fun way. So for letter E, we had Edward the emu, and here you get to talk to the children after they find the letter E. They might notice that it makes a different sound in Edward than it does in emu. And the way I always address this is just to tell the children, hey, what kind of a noise does a dog make? And they'll usually bark. And then you'll ask them, well, what kind of a noise does a dog make if he's sad? And they could whine. And what kind of a noise does a dog make if he's angry? And they would growl and say, well, that was one dog, but he could make 3 sounds, and letters behave like animals. They can make multiple sounds. So I find that typically satisfies a child's curiosity. They don't have to memorize at this point while you're reading the book what the different sounds of letter E are, but they at least become aware that letters are making sounds and that they can make more than one sound. So those were the titles that we included in that backpack. And again, that was for a branch library where they did not have the ability to have one backpack for each letter of the alphabet, so we just made 5 backpacks for them and included multiple letters within a backpack. So I hope that's helpful if you decide you're not really interested in creating 26 backpacks for your library. Just wanted to give you, like I said, a little bit of inspiration. Hopefully this is a springboard for other ideas that you might have. We're never trying to prescribe a formula with what we're doing, and because we hope to inspire others and would like to be inspired, we would love it if you would leave some comments below, maybe suggesting other titles that you think would have been appropriate to include in this backpack, so that other people have that as a resource as maybe they create their own set of curated materials. And if you have other suggestions for manipulatives, I would really appreciate hearing from you. If you liked this video at all and want to give us a thumbs up on YouTube, we would appreciate that. And if you want, there are more videos in this series. We have a whole series on our STEM backpacks and a whole series on just our Storytime backpacks, and as well as other series of the activities that were a part of the Alphabet Ready grant. So we hope you found this helpful. That's all I have. So in the words of Tigger, ta-ta for now.